stand-up comedy. My name is Bryce Moore, and I will be your comedian. Starting the work week is always tough, but sometimes your weekend is a little bit worse. Let me tell you about mine. A couple weeks ago, I went to Flipside in Memphis for an open mic, which, by the way, that's every Friday night, weather permitting, because it's an outdoor venue. Every Friday night at 9 o'clock, sign up is at 8:30. It's hosted by KP Trymore. He is very funny, and it's a really cool little setup. I enjoyed it. So go check that out if you have the chance. Anyway, I went to the first one because I was like, you know what? They're going to start it. I have the opportunity. I can go. I want to. Because then they'll forever have to say, Bam was at the very first of this open mic. That's right. I was. So I went. I was going to be in the very first open mic at Flipside, hosted by KP. And I was excited, and I bombed. Completely bombed. I hit my first joke and got straight faces. The audience sat there during my whole set just like... And just to make it worse, my mom and my brother drove like 4 hours just to come see me. And I'm pretty sure they were falling asleep in the back. It was bad. And that's enough to ruin a whole weekend for me. I'll be thinking about that until the next time I get on stage, to be perfectly honest with you. But it didn't end there. See, I had to go home that weekend because I had a dentist appointment in Pine Bluff. And the plan was, because it was a Monday morning appointment, so I took off work. The plan was to go to the dentist, get that over with, and then come back to Jonesboro and get a bunch of BAM content recorded for the week and then be at least kind of ahead for once in my life. And so that was the plan. I was putting the plan in motion. I was getting ready to go to the dentist, and I was flossing my teeth, and I broke a filling and got it wedged between two teeth, and I couldn't get it out. But I figured, oh, well, at least I've got an appointment today. I'm going to the dentist. It's a great day to have this happen, I guess. Maybe they can just pop it out, fix it up, and send me on my way real quick, right? Not even close. I went to the dentist and I told the hygienist what had happened, and she said, okay, we'll look at it. And she did look at it. Didn't do anything about it, but she did look at it. And then she finished the whole cleaning, just the normal routine, and the actual dentist came back, and I figured, okay, well, he'll fix it. And he also looked at it, and then he said, well, all right, we can probably squeeze you in around 3 this afternoon and get that fixed up for you. Well, I was kind of hoping I'd be back in Jonesboro by 3. But of course, I went back to the dentist's office at 3 because I'd like to be able to close my mouth by the time I go back to Jonesboro. Tends to be easier to do stand-up comedy if your mouth works properly. But what I didn't know was that it was going to be a whole thing. I didn't realize that I was going to have to be numbed, and he'd have to drill out some decay that was under it until I got there, and that's what he was doing. So by the time I got done with that, I didn't feel like trying to drive back to Jonesboro, and I figured, all right, whatever. I've got time. I'll just take tomorrow off, drive back Tuesday morning. That was what I did. And it didn't end there. You know it's a rough weekend when you look forward to going back to work. I woke up Tuesday morning to a message from my dad, which said, hey, when y'all get up, look down the street and see if that barbecue grill's still sitting on the curb. If it is, take Morgan's truck and go get it, and then bring it on back. And if it's good, we'll keep it. And if not, we'll scrap it. Now, my parents live in a nice-ish neighborhood with well-kept lawns and pretty little houses in a south-central Arkansas suburb, which means there are guns that live here. And I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm a pretty big target. And on top of that, it's not like it's a rainy day or even a somewhat cloudy day. No, it's a beautiful, bright, sunshiny day. One of the prettiest Tuesdays on record. That's right, God even turned on the porch lights this morning. So it's not like you're not going to notice us if you happen to look and see two guys stealing a barbecue grill. No, you're going to look out there, see me, see my face, and shoot me. That's how that works. So naturally, we go down there, and it's about 3 houses down. The grill is sitting on the curb. Looks like it's in pretty decent shape. And we don't feel good about it because there's a car in the driveway. So pardon me, but I'm not so keen on stealing a grill from somebody while they're home. So naturally, I had Morgan go to the door and ask nicely if we could steal their grill. And they told us to just go on and take it because they were getting a new one. It's like, okay, cool. That makes sense. I appreciate this. So we take the grill, we pick it up, put it in the bed of his truck, lock the wheels on it so it won't roll anywhere, and then took it home. And then I got my stuff together and drove back up here and got band material recorded for the week. Mission accomplished. I later found out that Morgan tried to drive to the store and didn't bother to take the grill out of his truck or lay it on its side or tie it down or anything. And it fell and it broke. So I guess they scrapped it. Oh yeah, I didn't even tell you about the highlight of the weekend. This is the best thing that happened the whole time. I got kicked out of a McDonald's drive-thru. And I know what you're thinking. Bryce, how do you get kicked out of McDonald's? They don't have standards. Okay, first of all, it wasn't my fault. Morgan did it. Now, he may have been a victim of peer pressure, and I may have been the peer supplying the pressure, but he did it. So, let me tell you what happened. It was Friday night after the open mic at Flipside. And so here's the thing, y'all. I don't like to eat before I go on stage. Just makes you feel kind of tired and sort of sluggish. You know, you're full. You don't want to do anything after that. So I'd rather wait until after. And so we decided to go and get food after the open mic on the way back to my apartment. And Morgan was driving, and he pulled into the McDonald's drive-thru at about midnight, 12:30, something like that. And we waited in line for about 30, 45 minutes. Yeah, so much for fast food, huh? Anyway, though, I asked for some nuggets, some fries, and a chocolate shake. Our ice cream machine is down. Should have seen that one coming. Anyway, the guy proceeded to interrupt Morgan after everything he said. Can I get an order of McNuggets? Does that complete your order? Can I also get a side of fries? Does that complete your order? No, that does not complete my order. We'll order till you're finished. Oh, he's asking for it. I said, hey, Morgan, order a Whopper. Now, he didn't play it off well. He laughed. And that totally gives it away. You know, you can't do that. You gotta pretend like you're tired. It's late at night. You gotta be like, can I get a Whopper? He didn't do that. He went, can I get a Whopper? I'm canceling your order and moving on to the next person. What? Bro, it's a joke. A funny ha-ha. You're gonna throw us out over a joke? My God. And see, ironically enough, at Flipside where I bombed, I did my Burger King versus McDonald's story, in which, if you remember, I chose McDonald's over Burger King, which I may have to change my answer to now. Because I'll be honest with you, I don't know of a single time that Burger King threw somebody out for ordering a Whopper. That's it for this episode of Band Up Comedy. Thank you so very much for watching. God bless you, and I will see you again next time.